Hi, today I'm going to show you guys how to make an infographic using Canva. If you're not familiar with infographics, infographics are a visual way to represent data and information. It's a great way to organize things to show to your class, and it's also a great way to have students create visuals to show what they've learned. They can compare and contrast things. It's a free website, canva.com. It's easy to use. If you notice on the startup screen right here, it's got all kinds of pre-made designs that you can use. For this demonstration, I'm going to show you guys how to create your own from using custom dimensions. So if I click right up here on the top right, this will pop up where you notice I've already have some in here from ones that I've made. It does say width and height behind there. So we're going to keep this one pretty small at 700 by 1,000. Usually I try to go about 700 by 3,000 to make some decent size ones. You can change your measurement from pixels to millimeters and inches. I leave it at pixels. And then you just click design. Once this opens, the little screen will pop up. This is our canvas. And on the left-hand side, you have all different layouts. If you click on this, you'll notice it'll split the screen. I'm going to use a side-by-side for a little comparison. And these aren't the colors it'll use. It's just the layout. So if you click on these up on the top left, you'll get your color box that pops up, and it has preset palette, or you can use custom dimensions, custom colors, I mean. So if I click here again, I can click on the plus sign, and I can change this to any color I want. I'll make this a little green. And if you use hexadecimal numbers, you can put the code right down here. So we're ready to start making our infographic. Canva comes with plenty of tools to make things on the left here. It's got all kinds of elements. Tons of stuff is free. Some things you have to pay for. So be careful which ones you select. I'm going to add a little text. You can click on these right here to type your own text. And if you notice down here, there's lots of little pre-made text placeholders. I'm just going to grab one of these little color ribbons right here, and I'll move it up to the top. And then you can click inside of it, add your text. I'm going to do a little comparison of social media use between adults and teens. And you can change the color of that if you even want to change the font. It's got different fonts you can use right there. You could click on things to find things. I find it easier to type in exactly what you're looking for. Because if you notice up here, it says over 1 million images. So I'm gonna compare the information I found about Pinterest used between adults and teens. This says 15% of adults are on Pinterest compared to 1% of teens. So if I go here, I'm just gonna do one side. So I'm gonna add a little of my own text. I'll put the adult side right here. So if I click on this, I can retype adults. And I'm going to leave the font as is, and I'll move it up on this side of my infographic. I know I wanted to compare Pinterest. Canva has pretty much every social media logo you want, so I'm just typing Pinterest logo there. A bunch will pop up. There's a couple you have to pay for. There's some free ones. I'm going to go with this nice free one right here. I'm going to put it right between them. It's a little small, so you can resize anything. You can even rotate them if you want. I'm going to leave that right here. If you really want to get professional with it, you can put a little transparency on there. Blend in a little bit. And now we have our Pinterest logo on there. So it said I'm looking to put 15% on this side, and it was 1% are teens. So I can even type in percent if I could type, and we'll get different percentage signs that pop up. This is great because it already has a 15% ready for me, so I can put that in there and just resize it. I'll make it a little smaller to fit in there. And you can see it looks really nice compared to it. You can change the colors on that as well. I'm going to put the 1% on this side as well, since it's already pre-made. And you notice when I move it up, these little lines that go across it will tell you if it's lined up with the other one. So you can it's really easy to make professional looking graphics. You can see this one's starting to come together really easy. There's other things you could put in here like backgrounds. There's tons of free photos in here, all kinds of things. You can share them on social media or you can download. If you add anything that's paid for, it's going to come up with a thing telling you have to pay for it, or if you take it free, we'll leave a watermark. This one we did for free, so if I download it, I can choose between JPEG, PNG, or PDF. I'm going to leave it at a PNG. Everything was free, so it'll download right to my computer, and then I can use it in the classroom. So to summarize, there's so many uses for an infographic. If you're starting a new unit on something, you can compare things. You can show different oil production, like how much oil is being used in the U.S. compared to other countries. Great, easy way to compare things and show data to your students.